Hello everyone! In today's video, I will be guiding you into one of my favorite inversions, headstand. I know it's kind of overwhelming or sometimes it's scary to go into a headstand. So today, we will focus on strengthening your core in order to help you find that stability, as well as finding the correct motion, the correct alignment, in order to help you find a safe practice as you play around and discover headstand for yourself. We'll get started. We'll get started with Child's Pose Balasana. If you've noticed with my videos or if you've been practicing with me for a while, I like to open my classes with Child's Pose. So for today's headstand tutorial, we'll still do the same because Child's Pose will be your resting posture after you go through a headstand. Child's Pose is a very good grounding posture. It will help you calm down and reconnect with your breath. So welcome to Child's Pose. From the back of your mat, bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees as wide or as narrow as you'd like. Begin to walk your fingertips towards the front. Maybe rest your forehead down your mat. We'll take a full breath here. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. So with today's Child's Pose, I want you to see if you can reach your fingertips a little bit more forward to find more length for your spine. And see if you can guide your chest a little bit closer towards the ground. Let's take one more full breath here. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, side out. And slowly come to tabletop. So tabletop, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. With headstand, you'd want to find stability from your core. So what we will do to warm up is we'll do some bird dog exercises. So inhale, lift your right leg up and away from the ground. Keep your right foot flexed, so point your toes, your right toes towards the ground. Hold here and breathe here. Now you can stay here. Immediately you can feel your core activated, or you can also reach your left hand long, your left arm long towards the front. And we will hold it here. And as you hold this, I want you to find length on both sides of your body, so immediately you'll feel the core activation, and as well as reaching long in opposite direction with your arm and leg. So kick on through your right heel and really reach forward towards the front. We'll add some crunches. You're okay to hold here if you prefer to do so, or take an inhale, find length. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach long. Kick your right heel towards the back as far as you can. Really find length. Exhale, knee to elbow. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, knee to elbow. 2 more. Reach your left arm long. Kick your right heel back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last one. Reach it long. Hold here. Exhale, knee to elbow. And slowly release. And of course, we'll have to even out our sides. Just from doing that bird dog on the other side, I can feel my body already warmed up. So we'll do inhale, extend the left leg long, slightly lift it. Use your glute activation here in order to help you keep your leg lifted. And again, you can stay here. You can feel the core activation already. Or root down onto your left hand whenever you're ready. Reach your right arm long towards the front. Hold here. Breathe here. Let's take a full cycle of breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. And you can stay here, hold it here if you prefer to do so, or we'll do some crunches. Inhale, really reach your right arm long, your left heel towards the back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Feel that core activation. Inhale, reach it long, kick the left heel, kick the left heel back. Exhale, knee to elbow, 3 more, reach it long. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, find length. Exhale, crunch. 2 more, inhale, find length. Exhale, crunch. Last one, reach long. Exhale, crunch, hold here. And slowly release. Let's guide ourselves to child's pose. Connect with your breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Slowly come back to tabletop. We'll move on to the next one. Now that we've warmed up your core, we'll come down onto our forearms. So headstand. It's mainly core and arm strength. So with arm strength, you can parallel your arms to your mat first to get used with lifting or holding most of your body weight onto your upper body. We'll hold it here. Now I want you to check in or bring more awareness to your shoulders. Sometimes we tend to collapse, so our chest collapses towards the ground. And you don't want this. What you want to do is really lift or guide your chest in to allow your shoulders to broaden. We'll just hold it here. This can be enough here to find strength, or if you wish to do so, you can also come onto a plank. Begin to tuck your toes in, lift your knees away from the ground. What you want to check in here is that your hips aren't sagging or lifted all the way up. You'd want it aligned with your shoulders and your heels. This one will get you used to having that stability, that main core engagement. We'll just hold it here, full breath in and full breath out. Keep checking onto your shoulder blades. Make sure it's not collapsed. Really allow your shoulders to broaden. It's almost as if you're pushing the ground away using your elbows. One more round of breath here. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Slowly release your knees down if you lift it away. Guide yourself into child's pose. Quick break. Let's take one more full breath here. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Slowly guide yourself back up to tabletop. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. And just like earlier, we'll drop down onto our forearms. So earlier we had our forearms parallel to our mats. This time we'll interlace our fingertips. So it's almost as if you're creating a curve with your palms. You place it in the middle, and what I want you to think with your hand and forearm placement here is that you're creating a triangle. That triangle would look like this. So with your arm placement, you want to interlace your fingers. It's almost as if you're creating a concave with your palms. Your forearm placement should be about shoulder width distance. So you're creating this whole triangle with your forearms and your hands. Any more than that, if you allow your forearms to be a little wider than shoulder width distance, you'll have more tendency to fall over or fall down. So having it shoulder width distance and having this triangle as your base will help you find more stability. I think this is the most stable arm placement. So we will do that on our mats. Place your forearms down, parallel first, and begin to interlace your fingers. Create that concave shape with your palms. Really feel a root down onto your elbows. You can stay here. Whenever you're ready, begin to lift your knees away from the ground. So immediately here, you'll feel your weight onto your forearms. Not all or not the entire weight of your body, but you're feeling it with this pose. So what we will do here is place a generous amount of bend on our knees just to warm up. Exhale, straighten it. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten it. Let's do 3 more times. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten it. Keep on engaging your core. 2 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten your legs. 1 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten your legs. We'll hold it here. Hold and breathe. We're building the stamina. We're building strength by holding it in this pose. And maybe, I don't know about you, but my forearms, my upper body is already kind of burning. So we're already exerting a great amount of pressure or work here for our upper body. We'll just hold it for 1 more breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Slowly drop your knees down. Guide yourselves back to child's pose. Slowly walk your hands towards your knees. Guide yourselves onto sitting on your heels. Now that we've rooted down onto proper hand and forearm placement, we will also take note of the importance of proper head placement. So what you want to do is place the crown of your head, the very top part of your head, down your mat. So place your hand at the top of your head. It's this top part right here. Not by the forehead and not behind it. So having that main stability of having the crown of your head rooted onto the ground once we move on with headstand is also an essential key to help you find more stability and balance. So what would it look like for your headstand? You'll have your hand and forearm placement like this. Keep note of that triangle with your hands and forearms. And then you will place a crown on your head down your mat. So it would look like this from the ground. We'll try that on our mats. Place your forearm down your mat. Begin to interlace your fingers. Again, check in with that triangle base with your hands and your forearms. Really root down onto your elbows and your palms. Begin to place the crown of your head down your mat and support the back of your head with your palms. Not entirely, so what's touching the back of my head here are mainly my thumb knuckles. May be different for you, but I'm not saying that you don't have to necessarily put the entire concave at the back of your neck. It's just like a support. And we'll slowly lift your knees away from the ground. Maybe walk the feet closer to your body. So immediately here, by doing that, you'll feel more pressure at the crown of your head. It's perfectly normal, but you should feel more engagement, more pressure around your forearms. It's almost as if you're trying to push the ground away with your forearms. So you can stay here, play around with your strength here, and just see how it feels, and maybe come back to child's pose. Or you can maybe try to lift 1 foot away from the ground, see how that feels. You may even lift a little bit, maybe just come onto your toes. Let's try the other side. Maybe lift the other foot away from the ground. Maybe you can push yourself a little more using your toes. Maybe you can do some lifts. And slowly release your other foot down. Come back to child's pose. Just a quick break. Reconnect with your breath. Let's take a full cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. We'll come back to that, but we will move on with eggshell pose. So you will place your forearms down your mat. I'll move a little bit towards the middle. Proper hand and arm placement. Think of that triangle. Place the crown of your head down your mat. And maybe you'll begin to lift your knees away from the ground. Perfectly fine to stay here, or if you're ready to move on with eggshell pose with me. Maybe lift one foot away from the ground. Maybe lift the other. So eggshell pose, I know it's kind of scary, but you're using your core here to balance. And by you tucking your thighs close to your chest, close to your torso, provides more stability. You can play around here, see how it feels. Full breath here, remember to breathe. It would help you find more balance. Or maybe you can begin to kick or to lift your feet away from the ground. As you lift your feet away from the ground, maybe you'll wiggle. Maybe you'll find a hard time to find your balance, but it's all perfectly fine. Just breathe here. Keep on pulling your belly button into your spine so you have that core engagement. And really think of pushing the ground away with your elbows. So in order to help you feel more grounded. It also helps release any pressure at the crown of your head. And whenever you're ready, you can also drop your knees towards your chest once more, towards egg. And you can guide your feet all the way down, knees down, in child's pose to come out of the pose. Take your time in child's pose here to really connect with your breath, to allow you to ground down from that posture, from that inversion. And take this moment to really just be present in your mat with how you're feeling. Checking in with how you feel at the moment, with how your body feels. Maybe you built a lot of heat holding your body weight onto your forearms and the crown of your head. Take a couple breaths. All together, let's take a full cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. And that concludes our headstand drills and tutorial. I hope you found this video helpful. I know it can be scary and overwhelming sometimes, but take it one step at a time. Maybe one drill today, the other drill tomorrow, and see what happens. Maybe you'll find that aha moment. Let me know in the comments down below of any suggestions, comments, so we can connect. Thank you so much again for taking the time to practice with me, and until next time.